Oh, he could have been smashed between two trucks. Namaste. Today we are going to react to Top Gear claiming that India has world's most dangerous roads, and this is a hilarious claim also, but also you can say a much relatable claim also, because we too can relate to it that India has some dangerous roads if we compare it to a developed world, that is like the UK roads or the US roads. Because yes, in India there are many places that people do not follow the rules, and going on the wrong side is very common in India. And like in cities like Delhi or like Mumbai, the condition is much better because there are some rules that they follow. And India, if there is not a traffic police standing in between, then there are more chances that people will just skip through the whole traffic lights and everything. So I am very excited to see how like Top Gear people have seen this and how they like contemplate everything going on.
Same, I'm also so much excited to watch this video. And yeah, I also do believe that India has most scariest road, because as Bhavan said, and as we all know, that in the cities the roads are developed. But if we talk about the villages, so roads are not that much developed. And I belong from Himachal Pradesh, and here roads in the cities roads are developed, no doubt, but when we go to the villages, roads are not that much developed. Even I have seen those kinds of roads where there was not it was not made by the government. It was very raw, basically. We can say it was raw road. So yeah, this could be the reasons that they said that Indians roads are very scary. And I do believe that India also has a very bad drivers. Mostly people do drive through drinking. So yeah, it's very bad. So yeah, I'm also so much excited to watch this video. So let's watch the video.
No, I don't think so. Drink and drive is so common in India. Yes, it is there, and there people do it. But I think so. Like bad drivers are too common in India, because the thing is, like in India, you can get a license very easily. It's not so hard, and there are cities that are implementing strict licensing rules. But there are many cities that you cannot. Like you can just pay the money to the agent and you can get the license. So let's see what Top Gear felt about driving and like experiencing Indian roads.
The journey to Delhi would give us our first taste of life on provincial Indian highways. An experience which we'd been told would be terrifying.
Terrifying. To see people sitting on the top of autos.
Let me give you some alarming statistics. Throughout India, there are now 74 million vehicles, roughly twice what we have in the UK.
Yes.
So you'd expect the death rate to be twice as high. It isn't. In Britain, around about 3,000 people a year are killed on the roads. Last year in India, it was 196,000.
Yeah.
That's 22 an hour.
Yes, and we drive on that regularly.
The most dangerous roads in the world. And they get worse at night.
This was a problem for us because as night fell, our overnight halt was still 80 miles away.
Oh.
And we were on the most dangerous kind of road, a dual carriageway.
Oh, dual carriageway. Yes, they are dangerous.
Jesus Christ, that guy's going on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, so common.
Unlit tractor up ahead, chaps.
It's completely unlit.
People changing lanes.
Wide load in the dark on an unlit road.
Yes, like they do not care about nothing. Yeah, man crossing. Yes, very common. Without zebra crossing. Oh! He could have been smashed between two trucks.
Bloody hell. You know, in England, when a child is badly behaved, the mother always says, your father will be very cross with you when he gets home. Here it's different. It's always, your father will be very cross with you if he gets home.
If he gets home.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
Jesus, look at that.
Oh, no.
I mean, Gannies, look at that.
Blinded. Yep, can't see a thing.
That lorry's very close.
Oh, this is very common.
For no obvious reason.
We too, when we drive, Oh, fuck you, this.
2 nerve-jangling hours later, we arrived at the town where we'd be staying the night. And as we refueled, I took my revenge.
How?
Funny. Very funny.
What?
What James has done is turned my heater up to full and then removed the heater knob so I can't turn it back down again.
Oh my god.
Monumental bellend he is.
He will be sweating.
The next morning, the dual carriageway madness continued. Only now, we could actually see what was going to kill us.
Oh, see.
Oh God, now look.
Oh, bus. A whole bus coming wrong side.
The man here just got out of his lorry in the middle of the road.
Yes, welcome to India. It's crazy down here.
Oh! I wonder how much else we missed last night. What else was going on that we never saw?
Oh my god.
In India, life may sometimes be hard, but one aspect is so easy, it makes the 11 plus look like a thesis on quantum physics. This man is about to take his driving test.
Driving test. In a Maruti 800.
Now I want to explain that this is not some edited, abridged, made-for-television version.
Okay.
What you're seeing is the test in its full, unexpurgated glory. And don't worry, it won't take long. See the flick to the left and the flick to the right. Marvel at how they found the only road in Bombay which is free from traffic. Gasp as he dodges, nothing. And stops.
The test is over.
And that's it. Mr. Abhijit Rao is now qualified to take part in the most
No.
dangerous game on earth.
No.
Driving in India. This is a large-scale demonstration of Brownian motion. It's the chaos theory on wheels. And almost none of the participants are trained.
Yes.
Now, to be honest, that didn't look like the toughest driving test in the world.
No, it wasn't actually. All I had to do was drive in the straight line, take a left on the road in a little kink, and stop after 50 yards.
But that kink, pretty tricky maneuver.
It was actually. I had to turn the wheel to the left and again to the right.
And do you think you're fit and ready now to take on Bombay traffic?
Of course I am.
Of course I am.
Absolutely.
The confidence.
What some people do is don't bother with the test at all. They just send about 500 to 1,000 rupees
Yes.
to an out-of-state driving agent, and they get an out-of-state license which is valid all over India.
Yes.
And that's it?
Yep.
You're free to rock and roll?
Yep.
I think so this video is a bit old and the most of the things in this video is right, but the last part where the licensing test part was like the test has changed a bit, like where there is a test, like there are many places that still do not like take tests. You can just give away the money has increased. He said about 500 to 1,000 rupees. It's about now 2,000 or 5,000 rupees they take and then they give you the license. But in there are many states, like in my state I gave a test and the test is about four sections. In this, in one you have to do a parallel parking, in the other one you have to like climb a hill, and the other one you have to like make an 8 and a reverse 8 also, and then you have to go reverse S. So that these 4 tests are the main ones that are there in my city, and like many people feel that in like the moment that test was like made mandatory in our city, so everybody was very panicky about it, and there was a stat like 90% of people were failing that test, and then many people are finding ways and paying more and more to the agent to make sure that they do not have to like make sure they do not go into the test, or the agent gives the test for them. them. So in India, people find out different ways to make sure that they are able to drive and to get that license. And also, like he was saying, that it is very easy for people to just have a residence in some other state where there is not very strict ruling, and they can just get that the national license from there itself. So it is a bit scary. And what he was showing about the Indian roads, it is still that scary. Many cities have improved, but yes, there are many cities that are very, very scary to go. People from the wrong side would be coming in. I have seen places like where like there will be more people coming from the wrong side rather than from the right side. So it is actually very scary. And if you come to India, you will enjoy it in many parts and you will love it.
Seriously, it was so funny video, and on the same side it was also so shameful that how could people do these kinds of things in the road. And yes, that we should accept, we have to accept that this thing happens in India. And I do think that once an Indian have always, you know, see this kind of thing in their life. And same, I don't belong from that much, you know, big city, so I have also seen these things happening in my city only. This thing, sometimes what happens, cow also, you know, cows, buffaloes also, you know, roam in the roads, and sometimes children do play in the roads, and sometimes people also, you know, roam in the roads. So yeah, that should thing not be happen in the roads. So that thing was, you know, very funny, and the yet same, as I told you, as so shameful for us. And I do think that we should improve this thing in our country. And yeah, I really like the whole video. And the last part, basically, where they said that they give the test at the empty road, and yes, they are ready to, you know, to move their vehicles in the traffic of the Mumbai. So yeah, that thing was, as Pavan said, that thing happened in the past, but now it's also not happening. So yeah, but as time passing, as we Indian are also improving, it now these things are very, you know, common in the small cities. But when we go to the big cities like Mumbai, Delhi, so these things are not happening now in these cities, I mean the big cities. So in this way we can say that our country is improving. And yeah, I really like the whole video.
Yes, and actually I would want Top Gear to make another video like of the current version of it, because I've seen like on highways there are, if the road does not have street lights, then they will install the reflectors to as to make sure that there is better visibility. And yes, there will still be like people crossing those lanes, but yeah, I would want a current version of it. So what are your opinions about it, and how many of you have been to India, and what are your experience about Indian roads? Do let us know in the comment section below. So do like, share and
Subscribe.
bye.